Hi, this is Namrata Zakaria, and you're with Chic Magnet. One of the first times I saw a queue outside a luxury boutique, it was at the Louis Vuitton store in New Delhi's Emporium Mall. The world had just begun to understand what COVID was, and social distancing was the norm. That said, the Vuitton store was the only one that allowed up to 5 people indoors and made everyone else wait outside. The Dior store right across did not have a closed door policy. I just took a picture and walked by, thinking this would be the new normal. Everything was new in 2020 and nothing was normal at all. A few weeks back, I found myself queuing up in New York's Soho district outside the Loewe store. COVID has long been forgotten like a bad dream, and the only masks we wear are metaphorical. I thought this queue was unusual, but Loewe is such an au courant brand. Its new creative director, J.W. Anderson, has just turned a dusty, old, boring Spanish company, in my opinion, on its head, and it's turned it into this surrealist fantasy. I really wanted to see all the fuss was about, so I queued up and I took another picture. Well, I was outside for just 10 minutes, and when I went in, I asked the salesman why was I made to wait when there were hardly any people, or very few people within the store. And he said that the brand's policy was to ensure that every customer was greeted by a sales associate and was taken care of. Okay, wow. But is this good service? No. There is no joy in being told to wait on the street while you're allowed into the store to browse or to buy. Luxury shopping needs to be an inviting, luxurious experience. I remember when the Louis Vuitton store opened in Mumbai's Taj Mahal hotel. The minute you walked in, you were greeted with a glass of champagne, whether you were shopping or just browsing. Even today, the hotel serves you tea or coffee, and you can sit on one of their sofas and gaze at the big blue sea outside their very large windows while they bring you shoes in your size. Sabyasachi's Christopher Street store in New York still welcomes you with a very antique tea set with rose tea and ginger cookies while you browse or are regaled by stories of the great Indian design wizard that he is. This is luxury, not being told to wait your turn until they're ready to accept your money. The Financial Times writes on queues outside luxury stores when they spotted one in September during Paris Fashion Week. The Row label had just opened at Paris's Montabor store, a boring street but just down the block from Chanel's Rue Cambon. At the Chanel store, the lines were 50 minutes long and the row was just minorly better. I think brands are just introducing this closed door policy to create hype and exclusivity and maybe a little snob value around their labels. Officially, their word is that they want to ensure that you get properly served. They also want to ensure that there are no shoplifting episodes that happen when stores are very crowded. But the new normal post-COVID is actually break-ins and robberies that happen late at night, despite sophisticated alarm systems and CCTV cameras and cops that look like they belong on TV. How do they stop that? They can't. Meanwhile, the Apple stores in Mumbai and Delhi have reported unprecedented queues on September 20th, the day when the iPhone 16 was launched. I even read one report about a customer who waited in line so long, he actually ended up ordering the phone online and he received it while he was still in queue. Let's hope they at least served him some coffee.